This is a rant video about the Legend War in Megaforce, Super Megaforce in fact. I thought that this wouldn't be out for another few weeks because literally the Americans and stuff like that came out first and thus therefore the rest of the world get it. But it now looks like the rest of the world is slowly getting before it will air in America. I think that we'll probably have the finished season here in about 2 weeks time, where again, if it's still going weekly over in America and Nickelodeon, we're not going to see it until November time. But a French channel called something I can't remember, actually had it before everyone else, and they aired it all in one go. And with the power of the internet, the clips have spread, and I have to say I am very disappointed in this. I am 100% disappointed in pretty much everything. Now, again, I watched these clips and I thought, oh, I don't want to do it. When I saw these clips, I was very disheartened about it. Again, I'm going to watch it again when it's in English, but from what I saw, guys, whoever thought that having this was a great idea, no, just no. I am really disheartened in this. I am really just, I have no words I can imagine right now is making me go, do you know what, it's a good one. The editing was possibly the worst I've ever seen in a long time. It didn't match up, it didn't feel like this whole thing that everyone's been kind of bringing it forward to and being like, yeah, I'm excited. Now, kids will probably love it, being the best episode in their mind ever. This is not about them, this is about how other fans have been reacting, including myself. So, after watching what seems to be just a quick build up and then gone, this Legendary War, just, it didn't feel, it felt like if you put all the American clips together, you'd probably have something a little bit more entertaining. Now, I'm not bashing on the Gokaiger footage because I love Gokaiger, but it didn't blend in well. And first of all, it's when you have Troy and the others, they're standing there and all the Rangers all around them. We'll start with the cliff. So on the thing with the cliff, you have all these Rangers standing around. You have Mighty Morphing, you have Operation Overdrive, you have all these people just standing and doing it. And you think, okay, that's cool. You have Mighty Morphing there without the Green Ranger because Tommy is going to be on the battlefield giving a speech, a handshake to the main Rangers. And then you think, okay, that's cool, Operation Overdrive. And then you see stuff like Dino Thunder, minus the black Dino Thunder Ranger. You think, wow, actually, the editing team or the people who thought about this is absolutely cool because they know that Tommy's on the floor. Then it switches to Turbo. Red Ranger's there. Now, I could have thought, well, maybe they could have taken the Red Ranger out because you've got Tommy and you've got TJ at the bottom. But no, again, Cassie is there. I think it's Cassie, the pink Space Ranger, yet again, was a Turbo Ranger, and it's, you've left these two people in, and it just seems that they're like, we just need more Rangers, and it's like, oh, why couldn't you have had TJ and Cassie, one as a Turbo Ranger, one as a Space Ranger, and therefore you could have taken those two Rangers out and still had them, but in continuity. It just felt like they were like, oh, kids are not going to notice, we're just going to have fun. And I'm like, oh really? You dishearten this entire thing. When this whole war kicks off, I understand. At first I was like, why aren't they going super mega and stuff like that? But I understand that they had to go Megaforce to lead into the footage because it would be a lot harder. For them, they can't be bothered doing it. They're having Megaforce Rangers rather than the Super Megaforce or Gokai Rangers. Now, when looking at all this, it just makes me angry. The fact is that when you look at previous seasons when they've done team-ups, they've not relied on having heavy Sentai material. Look at like Forever Red when they had that in. Look at the previous seasons after that or before it, where they've pretty much shot their own material. Just seeing something like you have this amazing build-up, this amazing Sentai and Power Rangers adaptation, and you really just mess it up completely. I never understand why. It makes me angry because this sort of thing where they have the Megaforce Rangers could have led straight into the whatever Gokaiger adaptation it could have been. You could have had the Ultra mode, you could have had the thing where these X-Borgs suddenly start coming down and the Megaforce Rangers like, oh god, you know, leading into this war, then leading into this amazing season afterwards. But it just seems like they have just dumped everything. And now, over these passings, my reviews of things, I've enjoyed watching this, but when this whole conclusion, for now, until I actually watch the next load of stuff either over here in the UK, or it comes on to American TV on Hulu, whatever. It just feels like this is such a massive letdown, and I was thinking about this and going, oh, this will be good. Again, you know, watching, you can paste all these clips together. The whole thing is of having the cameos in, you know, having these rangers help other people, that is possibly more interesting than the rest. It just doesn't feel right. It just seems like this whole escapade is, I don't know, it doesn't work well, it doesn't fit well. And looking at the thing where they couldn't blend it in, and that's a mistake I think that they're making. I don't know with Dino Charge. I'm hoping Dino Charge is going to be a lot better and more fun and more interesting. No, I'm hoping that when they do with Dino Charge, it'll be written better. It'll be done. Again, stuff written by Jason Smith was absolutely fun, and I liked watching his episodes. But to be honest, I don't know until I see a few episodes and review it again. Yay. But going back to the Legendary War, it just feels like this entire hype that they've got this marketing thing going on, going, the Legendary War will be epic. It's like, no. You're using Gokaija footage. Now, there's a scene when the Rangers are like, yeah, let's go, and they all start running. And you see this thing, and then suddenly it clips to all the Rangers running, and it's like, oh, it doesn't work well. It doesn't feel that when it shows back to like the American footage, it doesn't really capture. It feels a letdown. And whole fighting. Now with the cameos, you've got Jason David Frank. He jumps down. He is the White Ranger. You think, yes, that would be cool. And then when it comes to Legendary Battle, he's the Green Ranger. It doesn't. Again, not unless he explains it in English. In French, I don't know, but if he doesn't, and he's just like, yeah, we're here to help, and you know, you don't think you can do this without us, etc, etc. What explanation is that? It doesn't make sense at all. At the end, it just seems like they all turn around and say, you always have us. And they turn into beams of light, like in Gokaija, where you have got Go Red, and he's like, yes, we have to send it off into space and destroy the fleet, etc, etc. There is no point to having them turn it into light, either sacrificing themselves for it. It doesn't make sense. It now means that those powers are lost in space. That's how I'm seeing it. They could have literally just walked away, and then they could have just faded off and then be like, hey, that's a really cool thing. I like that. That's really nice. Oh, it angers me, it really does. I didn't think I'd be making a video like this so soon. I thought this could have been coming in a few weeks to whenever the end of the series ends, and oh, I'm just really kind of like disappointed that this whole hype that we've been having for such a long time, and everyone's saying it's going to be amazing, and then suddenly you see this. This is why networking people who actually have the episodes, who give it to other people, say you need to wait until we show it, or this is the schedule date, rather than just turn around and go, yeah, you can show it. Because it's the same thing as what happened with Samurai. In the UK, we were the first ones to have the end of Samurai, or Super Samurai, and we kind of like did it, and that was it. France have had this for a while, and they've just now showed everything, and it just, oh, it's just, when you build up this hype, and then you have America saying we're not going to show this episode this week because of that, really, you know, or anything like that, it's like, oh, why? So, I mean, it's my own fault because I did clip it, but people are talking about it in Facebook Rangers and stuff like that, and other groups, and I'm like, why would you want to show something like that? Why? So it's my own fault. I just kind of feel really disappointed. The fact is that you saw the editing styles and techniques that they did, they improved quite a lot, and then suddenly just showing us this. It's got some good battle scenes, it's got some good kind of movements and stuff, I like it, and now it just seems that, you know, they just literally couldn't be bothered, and it's that, yeah, I'm just going to do that. They could have had so much fun. Look at like SPD and Dino Thunder, when they had their team up, they did the whole thing where it was fun. It was like, wow, this is amazing. And again, this is Nickelodeon, Saban, whoever, to actually have a really good choice to actually put it in there and go, wow, let's look at this, let's have something fun. We don't need any footage from the Japanese, we can then do it ourselves, because the way it is, it looks like when you're using Gokaija, I like seeing these new Rangers, you know, it's quite nice, it's quite thing, but having Rangers that, again, it's just why? Why would you have these Rangers rather than having more iconic ones from MMPR upwards? It doesn't make sense, and it just seems like they couldn't be bothered. They have all the suits, they have everything, they could have done it themselves. They could have had, even if it was half the Operation Overdrive cast people, I don't care. It just seems like in these last few things, they got really lazy at editing, or like, any old Ranger will do, and it just doesn't sit. I'm sorry. Having, you might as well have taken the MMPR red and put in Jetman red and have that one, or left it as Sun Vulcan and left that one to fight and have people that way, rather than just having one Ranger and then have all the other suits lined up at the end when he's finished. What's up with that? Oh, it makes me angry, and rather than just calmly talking about it, I'm in this state where I'm really, it's gonna be fun editing me back when I watch myself. But again, it just seems that the whole team, and as I've said previously, I think it was in one like I was talking about a bomb in Super Megaforce, where it was on the bridge, and you think, okay, they've done it, but no, it was the Noah thing where Blue hits, they do a victory cannon thing, they destroy the bad guy, Noah runs off to save the people, destroys this big block thing that has them in, turning them into loogies, and then literally it's like, yeah, I defeated them all, and then it cuts, and then it's like that scene never happened. It's laziness. If I was in this production house and I was editing this and I was putting it together, I'd be like, why are we having these Rangers? These Rangers do not exist in continuity. We've seen them very briefly, and if they've been in it before, maybe we can get away with it. But having these Rangers next to MMPR Red, it's like, what the hell? Whose thought idea was this? In the writing team thinking, hey guys, let's put this in because it'll be cool. The kids will love it. It's like, no. You want to put the iconic Rangers. Again, I have kind of skipped over and thought it's fun watching these like quick things of like having these Rangers turn into previous Rangers, like from the past that we've never seen, because it's the thing. Die Ranger was a very good example, and maybe one or two that we've had previously, it's been okay. But this last scene, taking out Sun Vulcan Red, replacing it with MMPR Red, that's a bit, I can understand. But then having these other Rangers doesn't make sense at all, and it leads to bad editing. Now, people who have families who are watching this with their kids, their kids are going, yay! But when we grew up with this, yes, there were probably loads of sloppy editing mistakes, but as we are fans trying to look into this and helping, the families are helping their kids watch it, then it's like, what happened to those? And they have to answer questions and stuff about it. But when the fans that watched it, like myself, it's just, why? Why are you doing this? It just seems that everyone's lazy. And if it was me working on set, going through the script, doing whatever, I'd be like, no, that doesn't sit right. That is not from that series. Why? There's a lot of stuff that I would heavily recommend that if Die in Charge when it comes out, is properly done. Not just, we'll do it and literally just say, look at the sales. If it's all about toy sales and getting those keys out, I'm sure that you could wait until this year and actually say, Pirate Squadron's coming out, and there's therefore marketing it all. Because so far, all I've seen is, I've seen some amazing episodes, I've seen some really bad episodes, and the editing has now got really sloppy, like, I can't be bothered anymore, we're just going to see what happens. And I'm like, no. So I'm hoping Die in Charge is going to be a lot better and more enjoyable than this, and just this, as I said, the whole lead up, the build, the whole thing for Super Megaforce was amazing, and now it just seems to, I don't know if it's been spoiled properly because it's now been aired in France or the UK one, or it will be a lot better, let's just say that. But for right now, I don't know what I'm angry, I'm really angry. The fact is that it's just sloppiness. That's literally what it is, sloppiness. So yeah, the main question of the day is, what do you think about all of this? These clips that you've seen of the legendary battle, and we're going to go for the Wrath as well because that's the one before it. What do you guys think about it? Are you excited or are you disappointed? Let me know down below in the comments. If you like this video, like, favorite, comment and subscribe. Check out Yes Games and check out all the other stuff that we've done. I will still continue to review the episodes because I like doing them and I like talking about them, but I'm not looking forward to coming to the Wrath or the legendary battle. And the ending, really guys, the concert. Thanks for watching guys, and as always, I'll see you in a bit.